Assalamu alaikum. My name is Raza Agha and I am from State 5. Before telling you the topic of my presentation, I want to imagine something. Imagine that you are in Gaddafi Stadium watching a match between Pakistan and India. Shahid Afridi is on the pitch and the crowd is going wild and shouting, boom boom Afridi, boom boom Afridi. But on the very next ball, Afridi hits the ball with his furious power. Ball goes high in the air and eventually ends up in the hands of Afridi on the boundary line. Afridi is out. Crowd goes silent. And the commentator says in his low and gloomy voice, again, Afridi mistimed the shot. Did you listen to him what he said? He said, Afridi again mistimed the shot. The topic of my presentation, or we can ultimately say that he mismanaged the time that was available to play the shot. And the topic of my presentation is quite relevant, and it is time management. It is a fact that opportunities are never lost. In fact, they are missed. And you have just imagined how an international player missed his opportunity in a split seconds misjudgment. Before going further, I would like to have a look at my presentation plan. First, I will describe time management in the respect of Islamic perspective, then will come the global concept, third one will be the importance in our lives, and then I will conclude my presentation. Islamic perspective. As you can see on this slide, there are four pillars of Islam: namaz, the prayer, roza, the fast, zakat, which sacrifice, hajj, the pilgrimage. Due to shortage of time, I will just discuss only one, but there is always time in these four. We offer prayers 5 times a day. Fajr says, it is dawn, get up now. Zuhur says, it is lunch time. Asr says, have a bit of rest and then move on. Maghrib says, time to pack up now. Have a bit of rest, time to pack up now. Have supper, go for Isha, and then go for sleep. Then I move towards my second point, and it is a global concept. As you can see, the first heading is secret behind great people. There are numerous great people who can be listed down here, but I have chosen 3. First one is Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have no doubt how a great preacher he was, how a great teacher he was, a leader and a warrior. And one of the aspects of his life was great time management. He once said that I was a prophet even before the birth of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. Then why he took 40 years to offer Islam to the people of Mecca? Because he spent 40 years in making an image of himself as a trustworthy, truthful, and a man of character. And when the image was built, he offered Islam. On the second, Qaeda Muhammad a great leader and the founder of Pakistan. He was a real hard worker and an efficient time manager. I would like to describe one of his events of his life, but he was invited to a meeting. He went there on time, as he always did. When they saw that most of the ministers had not come, he asked one of the person from management, where are the ministers? He said that they might come late because they always show their importance by being late. Qaeda said, okay, then please remove their chairs. I want them to be in the meeting standing on their foot. And the ministers had to do the same. On the third, Bill Gates. We all know that he is a software industry icon. But how? We all know that working hard is behind every successful person and prosperous person, but he also managed the time. He quit his studies even before getting the degree. Why? Because he knew that that was not the time to spend on studies. That was time to become an icon of the software industry. And then the second, on the third, is success, prosperity, and being superpower. Success and prosperity can be easily seen in the life of Bill Gates. But how being superpowers? We have conflict of minds with American people. We say that they are not good good because they are not religious, but let me admit that they work hard and manage their time efficiently. That's why they are superpowers. And then my next point is, why should we manage time? What is its important? As we are students, we know if we don't manage time well, we will not be able to pass examinations in flying colors. Let me give examples of Ali Moin Namazish, a boy from Islamabad, who got the world record by passing 21 subjects with A grades out of 23 subjects of his A levels. Is he a supernatural? No. He's a mere human being like us. Then why he got such record? Because he learned the art of distributing time among his studies, his family, his friends, his TV and his sports. And eventually we have an icon like Ali Moin. Now I will like to conclude my presentation here, but I will quote the words of an author. Now I need your keen attention, please. He said, do you know what is life? Life is time. If you manage your time, if you waste your time, eventually you will waste your life. The point is clear, and the meaning is clear. That if you don't manage your time well, we will not get going to success or prosperity in our lives. That is why from here on we have to promise with ourselves that we will not lose even a single second in our future life. Not only to become successful, not only to become prosperous, but to gain our high aim in the next future. Let me repeat my words when I said, if a person wants to be successful, wants to be prosperous, he needs to work hard and manage his time well. But if a nation as a whole manage their time well, they not only become successful, they not only become prosperous, but eventually they are known as superpowers. That was all for my presentation. Now if you have any questions, please go forward.
Just from this side. Any question?
From stage 5. And Mr. Agha, I have seen your whole presentation. You have very beautifully presented the importance of time management, what the concept, super person. But you haven't mentioned even one single technique for us why and how we should manage the time. How we can manage that.
Due to shortage of time, I already discussed that, but I tell you that students are, you may say that some students are good at financial accounting and some are not. And when they are preparing for their examination, they must divide their time according to their interest. If they are interested in financial accounting and they can learn it fast, they should give minimum time to that subject. But if they are not good with their management accounting, they should give extra time to management accounting in order to be efficient in it. Next question, please.